Hi everyone, today we will talk about the three forms of whey proteins: concentrated, acylated, and hydrolyzed. This video will help you understand the differences and find the best form for your individual needs. The main differences between concentrated and acylated protein is the protein percentage by weight. A concentrated protein usually contains 34 to 89% protein, while an acylated protein contains 90% protein or more. This concentration difference is due to different filtration methods in industry. Concentrated protein is extracted by microfiltration. Besides of protein, other major components in concentrated protein are lactose and fat. The lactose concentration is usually between 10 to 55%. The fat is usually between 2 to 10%. These numbers vary by protein concentration. There are some advantages for concentrated protein. It will contain those important micro and macronutrients. It is also cheaper. Usually you can expect it 30% or more cheaper than acylated protein. Acylated protein, on the other hand, is extracted by ultrafiltration. This process significantly removes the lactose and fat, bring it down to less than 0.5%. So it is very friendly to people with lactose intolerance or those watching their calorie intake. Acylated protein is currently the purest form of protein in the market. However, the disadvantage is that the purification leads to the elimination of some of the important macronutrients and protein fractions. These minor components show synergistic effect and provide additional health benefits in some experiments. Concentrated and acylated protein are still composed of large intact protein structures as that in milk. During digestion, the enzymes in our digestive tract break down these proteins, targeting the peptide bonds to generate smaller peptides or even amino acids. To facilitate this process and make the protein absorption faster, the manufacturer pre-digests the protein to produce protein hydrolyzed. It is hydrolyzed protein. Hydrolyzed protein can be from either concentrated or acylated protein. The intact form of protein breaks down into peptides and amino acids by acids, enzymes, or heat by industry. These pre-digested form of whey protein are effectively absorbed in the gut and can rapidly increase the amino acids concentration in the plasma as compared to intact form of protein. So it is a good choice for post-workout recovery when you need protein quickly. Usually intact protein has no strong taste. However, protein hydrolyzed does taste awful. The more it hydrolyzed, the better it tastes. So you might ask, just tell me which form is better. To be honest, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on your individual needs and goals. For most of the people who take protein as weight control, exercise recovery, or muscle gain, concentrated protein is good enough. 80% protein might be good choice for concentrated protein. It has high protein content and keeps sugar and fat low. You can get most of the protein supplement benefits from it and do not break your bank. But for people with low lactose tolerance, you might have to pay more to get rid of those lactose and choose acylated protein. For protein hydrolyzed, in my opinion, I will not choose it if I do not have to. It is expensive and tastes pretty bad. It does absorb faster, but it's not a magic bullet. It might be good for athletes or professionals. That is all for today's video. If you enjoy it, please consider subscribing to my channel and sharing it with anyone who may benefit from it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.